Hey guys, today me and Jackie Lacey will talk about what's common mistake for the florist before they're doing the wedding. Coming up. Hey Jackie, thank you so much for joining us on our channel for our viewer. I know you have many year experience about doing events, doing weddings, doing educations. What is the common mistake florist has to beware before they're doing the wedding?
One of the first things that I would say when it comes to weddings, especially when we're first getting into the business, is that we sell from our own pocketbook. And by that, what I mean is that we tend to not price correctly because we're afraid someone won't pay for it. We want to do a design, we want to do something elaborate and big or something with more expensive flowers, but we're afraid to charge correctly, so we'll underprice it. And that's a common mistake that we see in the industry.
You don't want to lose money when you do it.
No, especially in the beginning, because when you're losing in the beginning, you're going to find out in the end, and then it's too late to recoup that.
Yeah, I know. It's you know, some of the people I know when they're doing wedding, they make it big, but they never price it right.
Well, and one of the other things we see too is that everyone always thinks if I just put one more rose and then one more Gerber daisy and one more orchid bloom, and before you know it, you've given everything away.
Everything adding up. So beware of that. So what is another one?
One of the other things that I commonly see, Donald, is that we tend to underprice everything we do, and also that we don't use proper time management. And those can go hand in hand because of labor. Labor is one of the first things and one of the most expensive things about any project that we do. And if we don't calculate it properly and account for every moment that we're spending on that wedding and then making sure that we're charging for it, then we're underpricing right from the very beginning. And it's another one of those things that you have to sort of get used to it.
Yes.
And you have to know when you charge. And one of the other things too is never apologize for your price. Be ready at an instant to substantiate it and to explain why you're charging that price, but don't apologize for it.
Just be honest with your customer.
Absolutely. You have to have a fair price for a fair product. One of the other things I often see too is that we don't listen well. A lot of times when someone comes in for a wedding, they're so excited, they're ready to get started. They may have just gotten engaged yesterday and now they're ready to start on the wedding. Or you'll see those people that bring in that big book they've been planning since they were 4 years old to the wedding, and now finally someone asks, so let's jump in there. And we don't really listen to what they're looking for. And that can be a really terrible mistake when you start to price things and you come back. When you listen to a client what they want and then you charge a fair price for it, everything should go very smooth.
Sometimes I find some of the florists will show off what they can do, show their style, and then not listen to the people. To me, it's just wrong.
Well, and you get caught up in wanting to impress the client so that they're going to choose you, and you could inadvertently run them away because now they're scared. I've done all these big projects and I'm going to tell you about them, and they think automatically, I can't afford that. And one of the things I find that's really good is that ask for a questionnaire, have them fill out some preliminary information, and that can help you manage the time and understand what they're looking for.
I have a question for you. So, when you're doing a wedding, how long you will spend for the consultations?
Well, a lot of people don't charge for the consultations, and I have to say that in some areas that may work, but that's your time. So what I tend to do is I will give them a certain amount of time, and then if they want to purchase more of my time for the consultation, they can do that. Make it their decision. So then that way you can control it a little bit better by offering this amount of time free, that then I'm going to start charging if we spend this much time. You'll be amazed how quickly the client can suddenly make decisions quicker, or be a little bit more prepared. So work that into what you're offering and how you do it, but also make sure that you are prepared for that meeting, that you know what they're going to want and can go through it effectively and manage that time rather than just sitting there getting to make a friend. You are working with a client, you are not making a new best friend.
Okay, we're ready for another mistake.
One of the other mistakes that I'll see is that designers tend to design what they want. This is what the customer told me, but this is what I like to do, so this is what I'm going to do. And then you get there for setup, and the client suddenly is like, oh, that's not what I was thinking of. So all of these, as you can see, are really closely tied together. Listening well, managing your time well, and being prepared not just for the meeting, but for the setup and knowing what is being expected of you all goes hand in hand. That's why those are the top 5 mistakes, because they all affect each other. But you want to make sure that your style stays true to what you're going to sell, and that you understand what that style is, but also what is the client looking for. So you want to combine those two, not do one or the other and then have to correct it.
And last one is the labor, is it?
Oh, labor. We have to remember that we charge for every moment we're there, and that someone is paying for each of those moments. So make sure that you keep up with it very good, that you write notes down, you put down the time that you're devoting to each of those weddings so that you're charging properly. Weddings can be a great way to make money, but you have to start from the very beginning knowing what you're looking for.
Time management and labor is really important. Thank you so much today, Jackie, and I'm sure all the viewers today learned so much from your experience. Thank you so much. We'll see you guys next time.
See you next time.
Bye.